everyone, Miss Trenchcoat here, and today I want to talk to you about 10 summer tech tips that you may not already know. So summer is basically here. It's the beginning of June now, and it feels really summery to me, so I thought it would be great for me to talk about some ways for you to take care of your tech while you're out and about in the summertime. I know the summer poses a really interesting set of problems for techies with the fact that you're moving around a lot, you're going to the beach, you're going to the pool, you may be going to like a water park or a theme park, which are really popular during the summer months. So I figured that this is a great time to talk about some tips that I have for keeping your gadgets clean and safe and keeping you a happy gadget owner. So the first thing that I want to talk about with you is how to store your earbuds. So you probably have a set of earbuds or headphones that you keep with you if you're someone who's really into music, and I know a lot of people end up throwing them in a bag or in their pocket or somewhere and they just get tangled. So I always keep mine, right now mine are kind of wrapped around this quirky brand winder for earbuds where they kind of like stick through these. They kind of like, the wires go through these like little tubes and then it can wrap around in the center. But there's lots of different ways that you can store these. And so I would suggest getting one of those if you're someone who does listen to music on the go and does plan on bringing their earbuds with them to a few different places, maybe out at the beach, maybe out on a road trip, whatever. You're going to want to keep your earbuds tangle free so that you kind of keep them in good order and they don't break. So that's tip number one. The second tip I have for you is for storing your wires to all your different gadgets. I like to keep mine in my purse in a eyeglass case or a sunglass case. It doesn't really matter which one it is, but I've got one of these hard clamshell. They kind of like open like that. And inside I can keep like a microfiber and a couple of different wires, and it's just a really great way to keep your wires and stuff like that in order, especially in like a lady's handbag or in a tote bag, because they're kind of in this nice hard material and water really won't get in here probably, most likely. They also can kind of fit in a lot of different compartments if they're in this sort of a hard eyeglass case. So I suggest picking up an extra eyeglass case if you don't have one, or a sunglass case, and throwing your wires in there, because it's a great way to keep your wires untangled and with you while you're out and about. Okay, so the next tip I have for you guys is around hand moisturizers and touchscreen devices. If you're someone like me who likes to use a moisturizer on your hands, but always seems to have a problem with it kind of leaving like a smudge or residue on the screen of your touchscreen devices, I have found a new tip slash, I guess, solution to this problem for myself that I think you guys would appreciate. So I have always kind of used like a body lotion on my body and on my hands to keep my hands and my, obviously like my limbs moisturized. But it leaves a film normally when I do this on my touchscreen devices. So what I ended up kind of figuring out was that if I used a dedicated hand cream, I know this sounds like so simple, but I started using a dedicated hand cream and found that the hand creams actually dry much quicker than body lotions do, and they're not as thick as body lotions are usually, so they don't end up leaving like a greasy film on your hands. So when you touch your touchscreen device, you're not kind of spreading that lotion onto your touchscreen, which is something that I have been doing for a really long time, and it's really annoying. So yeah, there's two lotions that I've been using. These are just kind of examples for you guys, but I've really been enjoying them. The first one is this Caudalie Paris Venotherapy Hand and Nail Cream, and this is what it looks like. It's about $15 for this, and it's 2.5 ounces, and it smells really good. My husband said that it actually smells, we decided it smells like Trix. It kind of smells like some sort of grapey, kind of fruity cereal, and it smells really good. I really like the scent, and when I use this, it does not leave a film on my hands, so it basically like instantly dries, or dries in a very quick amount of time. So when I put this on, wait a few seconds, touch my iPhone, it does not leave kind of a film on my iPhone screen, which I really appreciate. The next one that I have, and I've kind of just been like moving between the two of these because I love both of the scents. This one is the J.R. Watkins shea butter hand cream, and it's in the flavor lemon cream, which I absolutely love. It smells like a lemon meringue or lemon cream pie. It's amazing. And this one is a little bit more affordable. For 3.3 ounces, it's about $10. And I bought this one at Target. The Caudalie I bought online. You can get it at Sephora or at like Derm Store, like different places online sell it. But yeah, you basically put this on your hands, rub it in, wait a few seconds, and then you can touch your touchscreen devices without leaving a film. And I know this sounds so basic, but it had been plaguing me for a long time, and once I figured out the solution, I figured I should share it with you guys. The next tip that I have for you guys is about cleaning your devices. So if you're going out and about, maybe your phone's going with you, you're going to the beach, maybe you're getting sunscreen on your hands and getting them on your screen, or maybe you're keeping it in a, your phone in a bag and it's getting dirty. I find that a really great and inexpensive way to clean my iPhone or any of my devices really is with these Wet Ones antibacterial hand wipes. These are really good because they actually kill 99.9% of germs, which says it cleans better than hand sanitizers. And it smells really good, and they're really cheap and convenient. They're like $1 or $2 for like a 15 or a 20 pack of these that you can kind of just throw in your bag. And they're really great for kind of deep cleaning your gadget maybe once a week. If you're someone who normally uses a microfiber maybe every now and again to keep the screen from smudging, I would suggest also picking up some Wet Ones and cleaning off your gadgets, your entire gadget. And what you'd want to do with that is make sure the gadget, your phone, your tablet, whatever, your camera, is turned off, so the power is off to the device, and just kind of gently kind of wipe over it, kind of get off any places that are maybe dirty, or like maybe some crustiness has developed underneath your iPhone case or anything like that. And make sure you avoid any openings in the device so that the moisture doesn't go through. I know there are a lot of different brands that sell specifically gadget cleaners, but they tend to be more expensive, and a lot of them aren't antibacterial, which I kind of think is very important for any touchscreen device, anything you're touching with your hand. It's really important to keep an antibacterial around for use on those because it's going to kill more germs and lessen the spread of bacteria and all that jazz. So I highly suggest the Wet Ones. Okay, so the next tip I have for you guys is to keep your tech devices kind of separated off from the rest of maybe your beach bag or your pool bag. I use these bikini bags. Now, a bikini bag is basically like a canvas bag that actually is coated in almost like a waxy coating in the inside. And these are supposed to be used for like your bikini or your bathing suit after you've come out of the water, and maybe you change into like normal dry clothes and throw your wet bathing suit into one of these bags, and then you can toss it in your bag and it kind of keeps everything else in your bag from getting wet. But it does a really great job of actually keeping your gadgets dry, kind of like in a reverse theory as well. So like I will use one of these and I'll throw like my iPhone in it, I'll throw a camera in here, and my earbuds I'll toss in there, and I will put this in my beach bag or in my pool bag so that my gadgets are in here and they are staying dry. So I find these to be very useful, and I picked this one up at Five Below. They're $5. You can get them at Target though too as well. They've got a couple of different places. You could probably pick them up at Walmart as well. Just different styles of these bikini bags. But this one's really cute. You see mine is hot pink, and she's an owl, and she's wearing like her nerd glasses like me. So I really like this. I think it's adorable, and it's just a really great way to keep your gadgets clean and safe from like water or sand while you're out and about this summer. Okay, so the next piece of advice I have for you guys is if you're going out to the beach, specifically like if you're going to the beach and you've got a cell phone or a gadget that you're going to take with you, I would highly suggest picking up like some dust plugs for the openings in your phone or your gadget specifically. So here's my iPhone. You'll see that I've got the headphone jacks there, and we've got like the opening here where I charge my phone. And I have these sort of, this is like a little, just like a cute little skull and it is a dust plug that kind of just plugs into this opening here, and I've got also some little plugs that plug into the bottom as well. And basically what it does is it prevents dust or sand or whatever from getting into your gadget while you are out somewhere. And this is specifically, I'm talking about like for the beach. It's really useful because you know how sand just gets everywhere. And even though you took really good care and made sure that like sand didn't get into your beach bag, for some reason you've got like a mound of sand in your beach bag at the end of the day and you have absolutely no idea how that got in there because you were super careful. Well, this kind of like is a solution for that. So it's a way to kind of keep your gadgets from getting dust or sand inside of them when you're taking them out with you to the beach. Another thing that I would highly suggest, and this is my next tip, is to get a kind of hard case or like one of those OtterBox cases or some sort of Defender case that's a heavy duty sort of case. And I actually don't use the OtterBoxes because they're kind of expensive. I actually get these cases, these are Spectrum cases from Five Below. That's what these are, Spectrum cases from Five Below. And basically they're like a knockoff of the OtterBox cases where it has a hard case inside where you'll snap that onto your iPhone, and then it's got a silicone case on the outside. And it's really great because like I was talking about those dust plugs, it has the dust plugs built in that go and cover all of the openings in your phone. And I think these are really great, especially if you're going out somewhere that you wouldn't normally go to where your phone could get dropped or kind of mistreated if you were out. So whenever I go out in the summertime, I like to put on a hard case like this that kind of gives my phone extra protection. And it's not something that I'll use like every day necessarily, but I'll put it on for like special occasions because I just don't want my device to get broken or kind of covered in sand or water or whatnot. And these aren't like 100% waterproof or anything like that. I think there's some OtterBox ones that are more waterproof if you're really someone who's maybe like going whitewater rafting and you want to make sure your phone is staying protected. These aren't really, these ones that are from Five Below, they're $5. They're not really that waterproof, but just like for the added shock protection and the fact that it keeps any holes in your iPhone kind of plugged up, I like them for that. The next tip I have for you guys is if you're someone who in the summertime maybe is outside a lot, you may want to pick up an anti-glare screen protector for your tablet or your phone. Now, there are lots of screen protectors out there, and there's some that are just clear and glossy that kind of just mimic the screen of your iPhone. And there's also some that are anti-glare. And right now, I have a regular one on my phone right now that you can kind of see it just like it picks up everything and it picks up smudges and things like that. But an anti-glare screen protector will actually help you if you're reading outside or using your device outside. My next suggestion is if you are going to be going out for the day, it's really a good idea, especially if you're spending a long time outside of your house with your gadgets, to bring like backup batteries. And you can see here, I just have this one from J. Crew that's for my iPhone, and it basically just gives me like an extra charge when I need it, especially with the iPhone. A lot of phones that are full screen, like touch screen, they kind of have batteries that drain really easily, and that's okay if you're at home or you're in an office or you're going to be somewhere you're going to be able to charge your phone. But if you're going to be out all day, like at a water park or at the beach or on a long weekend away, it's a good idea to bring some backup batteries. And you can get these. Some of them are a little bit pricey. This one was a little pricier. I want to say it was like $35 or $40. But you can get some ones that are made from like Duracell. A couple of different battery makers make backup batteries where you can just kind of charge it up and use different sorts of wires that have different heads that will plug into different devices, and they're pretty useful and you can get them relatively cheap. The last tech tip I have for you guys for the summer is to use a password on your devices and to make sure to activate any Find My Phone applications that you have for your devices. During the summertime, you may have heard that fever kind of increases because the weather is warmer and people are outside more. And if you're going out for the day to the pool or to the beach and you're in the water and out of the water, thieves kind of prey on that and will kind of take your phone. So if you put a couple of layers of protection on your device, that's really helpful. A password, obviously, it's not going to keep someone from stealing your device, but it might keep someone from snooping on your device if you're with a lot of people or if you're out and about. And of course, like apps like Find My iPhone for the iPhone or iOS devices are really helpful, because if you activate those and you do lose your phone or someone steals your phone, you can go to your computer, log into the website, and basically see the GPS of where your phone is, and that's really helpful. I've used it before because I've lost my phone before, like only one time. I kind of misplaced it, but it's really great, especially in the summer, and if you've got thieves and things like that that are kind of like preying on people and tourists and things like that. So give yourself that extra protection and make sure you password protect your phone, and make sure that you are using any sort of GPS location things for your phone that you have available to you, because they're actually really worth it and they'll save you a lot of headache if you do happen to lose your device. Okay, you guys, that's what I have for you today. I hope these tips were helpful for you. I know some of them are a little bit more obvious than others, but I thought it would be a really good idea to just put them all in one video and just talk about it with you guys. If you liked the video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and please share in all your different social media outlets. Also, make sure to visit my website, www.strangecharmed.com, for more information and more topics that I cover on my blog and on YouTube. And of course, you can follow me all over the internet at Miss Trenchcoat. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Vine, Pinterest, everywhere online at Miss Trenchcoat. So I hope you guys have a great summer and keep your tech in order and organized and clean and safe, and enjoy the warm weather, you guys. See you later. Bye.